So much for your patience. We were just waiting a few more minutes to see if any other members showed up. Just to say, we have a couple members absent. Ms. Polo's absent, and our mayor, Tim Martin, is absent at the moment. So I will be the, I guess, what is it, pro temp chair? Yeah, pro temp chair for this special historic architectural review board meeting of Monday, June 16th. And we're going to go ahead and call to order this meeting. See, I'm gentle with the gavel, guys. See? Do I have an approval of the agenda from my board?
So moved.
I got a motion from Ms. Parker, a motion from Ms. I'm going to just call you Casey instead of Carrie. No, Miss.
No, I didn't get it out.
Miss, I have a second from Ms. Thomas. Any questions or comments on the approval of the agenda? There's a lot of people in the public right now, so we're going to hold off on those public comments. No. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous. If we can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Did everybody have a moment to review the May 5th Historic Architect Review Board meeting minutes? If so, I will entertain a motion.
I move to approve the minutes as corrected. There was only one correction that I sent the team for my last name to be edited.
Okay. We have a motion from Ms. Carey to approve the consent agenda with the correction on the misspelling of Carey to Casey to, yeah.
Yes, there's only one.
All right. Any comments on the correction or consent agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Minutes?
I mean, yeah, consent agenda, it's the minutes, yeah. Yeah. All right, that puts us into agenda items, which is the Annex Building Mural Certificate of Appropriateness. No. Hey, it's our favorite. What's up, JP?
Afternoon, Mr. Chair Pro Tem and members of the Historical Architectural Review Board. My name is John Paul Perez with the Community Planning Department. I'll be pinch hitting tonight for Ms. Armista, who couldn't make it.
Mic on. Thank you.
Are we good? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot better.
Would you like me to go back over what I just said, who I am, and
For people in the back.
all right. I'm unsure, but our fonts keep changing whenever they're on this particular computer. But that was not intended to be a typewriter font. That was actually Calibri. Yeah. So the request before the board tonight is a certificate of appropriateness for the proposed mural on the annex building. This is resolution CA 2025-02. Staff's recommended motion is to adopt the resolution approving the certificate of appropriateness for a mural on the city's annex building. And again, this is just for the design of the mural, not in any way related to the funding. Funding will be partially through a grant as well as the CRA. This shows in the city limits where the building is located, where the mural will be painted. This is on the annex building, looking right across the street here. This is the actual wall that will have the mural on it. And just to go over some of the historical parts of what brings us here today, all the actions that have occurred to bring us to this particular hearing. The CRA and city staff, Uma Sarmista, had applied for the small matching grant with the Alachua County Board of County Commissioners and the Alachua County Art Council, and it's called the Art Tag Grant Program. The city was awarded $2,000. CRA has agreed to match that for another $2,000 for a total of $4,000 for the grant, which is for the mural. which is a really low price. It's difficult to get there, and so that was the total budget for the mural. On May 5th, we had a presentation before this body, and we didn't take any formal action, just to give a last call for any artists that wanted to perhaps chime in and present a proposal to the city. We got a few. All of them were generally over that budget because it's such a small budget to work with for such a large wall space. And so on June 9th, it was brought to the CRA just to get those matching funds, which were approved. And we're back here today again to finish out that May 5th hearing. And so with the approval of those additional or the matching funds from the CRA, they added some conditions. The CRA board was looking to enhance the contrast between the text and the background, do the 3D effect on the letters similar to some of the postcard style art that inspires this particular mural. And they had some recommended changes for the art that was appearing in the letters. So for the letter E, is currently the train that sits on the tracks here, and they wanted that replaced with the REO fire truck. And for the sandhill crane, which is in the letter W, they wanted that replaced with the brand new Newberry Veterans Memorial. So those are their two recommended changes, and are appropriate because of the train plays a big role in Newberry's history. But the REO fire truck is something that the city takes a lot of pride in and has previously approved a structure to be built to showcase that old REO fire truck. And the sandhill crane may not have a lot of relevance to this particular community, and the Veteran Memorial just resonates a little bit more. So this is the mural design as the board saw it last. And again, the letter E and W will be changed. This is the artwork that really inspired that, just that postcard style, to encourage folks to come down, take a selfie before it, and just kind of put Newberry on the hashtag map of social media. And again, the CRA conditions, and this is me just messing around in MS Paint. And just to give you an idea of what that 3D effect would look like and which letters are going to be changed out. So, motion is to adopt. Any questions for staff?
That's way better though. Little paint rendition.
You like that?
I like
I
the
like
3D
that
letter
better, it's
effect.
better.
It does make it much better.
I was about to
Yeah,
ask,
pops.
what we have in our packet is not obviously because the crane and whatnot, but it's still being tweaked, right? Like, because yours is definitely, the 3D pops a lot more than what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the artist has not had a chance to come back with the
Okay.
That's correct,
changes
yeah.
from the CRA meeting. They will, instituting those changes.
Yeah, we could, if I could make a suggestion, can him just like what that is, like pop like that, and maybe make the letters a little bit more definitive, because it's kind of looks like a giant block. Like it's just a little bit more.
I think that's, and
Does that make sense?
both Stacy Hectus, the director, and city manager Jordan Marlowe, I believe, were present at those meetings. And I believe that is the letters are surrounded by green and yellow, and while the background is also green and yellow, and I think that's the contrast that they were looking for. And didn't really do this in Microsoft Paint. It was PowerPoint, but I don't truly have the ability to manipulate colors. Otherwise, it would have, had we been in the situation that we're in right now, we don't have updated rendering, but I would have tried to have made it more contrasty to show you like the full breadth of the CRA recommended conditions.
Okay.
If the board would like to entertain amending the motion that staff is recommending and just have the staff work with the artist to produce, and then we can bring back what that looks like. So you have some sort of understanding of what it looks like before it gets painted on the wall. Would that work for the board? Oh, okay, we don't have time for that, so nix everything I just said.
I had a question, if I could.
There's no cow.
No cow. Is there a missing cow? Cow added.
Background grazing in the field.
Thank you. I did not see that. Yeah.
I was about to
Sounds
ask, there's a
delicious.
specific cow? I mean,
Bighorns.
is it like your typical
That'd be kinda
cow,
cool with the
Black
bighorns.
Angus cow?
Cow, Black Angus, eating some grass, around.
Nice, love it. The only thing I was gonna ask is, I understand the yellow and green font, but it looks a little muted where it says the greetings from in Florida. I would suggest that it would be like a different color, or even maybe a darker, like maybe a blue or something, since our school colors and everything affiliated here with the Panthers is blue and gold. Maybe incorporate that to where it stands out a little more from the actual Newberry part.
One, as a matter of fact, one of the options that we saw in a slideshow had the under Newberry and around Newberry in a yellow, more like the greetings from, and
Yeah.
it really made it pop.
Yeah,
And so
that's
that's-
exactly what I'm saying, because
yeah.
it's just, it feels like everything else is yellow and green. And it might be just the way it's printed out, because I know every, printer is different, and it may get more muted than what it is on, what's gonna be in life, in real life. That was my only recommendation. And then I also had to go look and make sure which annex building it was, because I thought you guys were talking about this building, so thank you for putting the picture in there that it's actually the firehouse building.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I was like, there's 2 windows, and I only see one in here, what's going on? My other question was, there's some plants that are out there that are those gonna be all cut down and trimmed for the paint, or are they gonna be left that way, and how is it going to stay and incorporate with the mural?
Great question. I believe the answer that I got when I asked about it is that the artist is willing to work around those.
Okay.
But I do believe that there's some improvements for that area, which that landscaping may be removed anyway for
Okay.
improvement of the parking lot. So
Well, eventually
Removed
that'll
and
block the
replaced.
mural, so-
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Yeah.
I just took it with my phone. I mean, it's the bigger bush, the front of the window is taller than me, so that's, I mean, even if it goes up to the letter B, I guess, and where the mural's gonna be, over time, I'm just thinking longevity of the mural.
absolutely, yeah.
That's my
Well,
only
all in all, you guys did a really good job.
I take no credit
I'm
for
very
it.
interested to hear our Newberry longtime resident, Ms. Thomas's opinion on it, because I do hold your opinion very
I
much.
don't know. I wish we could see the final before we,
But how do you feel about the REO fire and,
oh, I love that.
okay,
I absolutely, I think that's,
okay.
I love the Little Red Schoolhouse, the Gopher Turtle, Panther, First Baptist, all of it is just.
I'm questioning the watermelon.
Oh,
I'm, I'm playing, I'm playing.
come down there. She's coming for you.
No, I was
I
interested.
changed shirts before I came here from the farm, just to be clean for you guys. And it's got a watermelon on it, you better. Well, I like it. I was concerned a little bit about the background color, but I'm sure that'll work itself out. And this isn't it's not, this isn't exactly how that person looks, so I trust you guys. I think it's really great.
Thank you.
All right, so what do you need from us right now? Just a motion?
Motion, if you guys all concur with Board Member Carey's suggested amendment to that, then include those amendments in the motion. You can summarize that as,
Kill the plants.
yeah, kill the plants.
She
That was
wants
a
to
question.
Take down trees.
Listen, when I hear it on the forums that we're cutting down all the trees and we're killing all the plants, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I was
If
member
there's an
Carey.
issue with cost, I'm happy to bring my little trimmer and do it myself. My father taught me. I mean, we're all about, donating time. No, my only concern is I don't want the growth to take away from the beauty. And if it is in the way of
Certainly.
the artist, that we make room so that they could do.
Landscaping was actually going to be added.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, maybe.
Now we don't have a land wall anymore.
No.
And we want people to stand right up against that wall and take pictures.
Bye-bye trees.
Okay, fair enough.
It comes to the mic, but that's a long way.
So to reiterate for anybody back at home, basically what Manager Marlowe was saying is that there's going to be paving there eventually that will remove those plants in the long run. So there's no, that point is null and void.
Yeah, I'm hoping you're happy that you're killing these plants. No, I think you guys did a great job. I'm gonna go ahead and entertain a motion, to approve, with Ms. Carey's suggestion of, making sure that the plants are taken care of. That way it's not in the way of the artist, and also to Manager Marlowe's point, to attract people to want to take photos and whatnot, and not have to be like 5 feet away from the wall because of plants being in the way.
Mr.
Also,
Chair,
use of
Oh, yes,
yellow
ma'am.
and blue.
we can read the resolution onto the.
Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Thank you, Madam Attorney. If you
Anytime.
could read the resolution by title, thank you.
This is resolution number CA 2025-02, a resolution of the Historic Architectural Review Board of the City of Newberry, Florida, for approval of a certificate of appropriateness authorized under Section 11.11 of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations for a mural on the downtown annex building on land which is within the historic district located at 25439 West Newberry Road, tax parcel number 02222-000-000, repealing all resolutions in conflict and providing an effective date.
Thank you. So I will go ahead and make that motion.
I just want to
Okay, hold on.
clarify also the incorporation of the high school colors into the words greetings from and/or Florida.
Yeah, if it's possible to make it stand out more than, because the yellow on the green to me, and if anybody sees it differently, please speak up. I just think it would stand out more if it was like a brighter blue, so when people are passing out, like you actually like get drawn to look. Not cause an accident, but drawn to look. You like it?
I like it. If the artist has something different, then,
Yeah, I'm
do I
open to
trust
it.
the artist's, viewpoint on it, so.
Going to what Director Stacy said, that if there's other rendings that make that writing more bold, then that would be acceptable.
Right.
Yeah.
So third time's a charm. Can I
Third
make,
time's a charm.
can I
Let's
make
do
a
it. Can we
motion?
make a motion, please?
So motion to approve, with the suggestions from, board member Carey and, Jordan Marlowe about the plants and the colors.
Second.
I got a second from Ms. Parker. All right, we got a lot of people waiting in line to make comments on this mural. Any public comments on the motion on the floor?
Just as a matter of formality, technically as the chair, you'll need someone else to make the motion.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I was making the motion.
Oh, she can make a
Yes.
motion, so.
Yes, he
Sorry.
was just clarifying
So
what I
Ms.
said.
Carey
I
made
just
the
wanted to
motion,
confirm
Ms.
for the
Thomas,
record.
and then Ms. Parker made the
That's why I
second.
spoke up before. I'm like, I'm making the motion with the adhered to the plants and the brighter colors for the greetings from and Florida.
So
time
entertaining a
charm.
motion to approve. Yeah, and second from Ms. Parker. No public comments on the motion. Do we have any other comments on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. All right. We're on to topics for members' discussion. Ms. Thomas. Do we have dates for the Watermelon Festival for next year?
Third Saturday in May.
Third Saturday in May. You heard that. Don't say you didn't know.
We still have a really great auctioneer for the auction. Forever and ever.
I think it's your second calling.
Yeah.
Actually,
Or fourth or
Jordan,
whatever.
I did want to make a note of this, 'cause I don't remember if I did the last meeting, but can you refresh my memory about, for the name of the county commissioner that always comes
Mary Ellen
to our
Wheeler.
auction?
Mary Ellen
Mary Ellen
Woolman.
Wheeler.
I want to publicly thank her, because every year, well, not every year, but since recent times, we get a grant from Visit Gainesville, Ultra County. And so they are very generous with providing us with those funds. And every year I send a personal invite to each county commissioner. He's the only one that comes. So I want to say I really appreciate her taking her time. I know she's busy, she's like the rest of us, but she makes it, she makes that important, and that's important to me. That she, I really admire her for taking the time to support us.
I will say she's one of the few that shows up to almost all of the Newberry events. You can catch her at just about all of them
I
at some
don't even
point.
get a response from my email from others, so just want to say that publicly.
She's a gold star.
A little bit, salty about it, so getting that out.
Oh, you're good. Trust me.
I really appreciate her.
I have nothing to add. Hope everyone had a great Father's Day.
Go ahead, Newberry Proud.
I have nothing currently at the moment that's happening. I know that's crazy, right?
Right.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head right now.
Until you start talking.
No. Well, first I want to congratulate our AU softball girls all-stars team. They represented Newberry very proudly at our district tournament this past weekend. We did fall short of the championship game. We came in third. However, we have our invites for the state championship where we will be seeking our revenge in Lake City. And we will bring home some sort of title, some way, somehow, but we will make our city proud of our girls. I am proud of our girls. We played our hearts out for 3 days in a row in this hot sun. And yeah, they seriously kicked some butt. And yes, I would like to echo Mary Ellen Wheeler. Although we may disagree on some of our political viewpoints and some of our stances, she is someone from the board that I have always respectfully agreed to disagree. We can keep a very good composure, good conversation. I cannot speak like that for the rest of them, and I don't care if they're listening right now, which they probably aren't. But yes, it is very heart-wrenching that we cannot, in this day and age, agree to disagree and just let's keep it moving. Let's try to work for the better of each other. So yes, Mary Helen Wheeler is a perfect example of someone that we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but we can sit at the table and have great discussions. So. Oh, yes, and sorry. So Laurel Oaks came through, our hat designer. So you guys are aware, sorry to keep everybody longer here, but just so you're aware, district and state tournaments have very strict rules on uniforms. And one of those uniforms states that coaches must have matching hats. And if not, we won't wear a hat, but I don't want to be a skin cancer study patient because I'm out in the sun without a hat on, and neither do my other two bald coaches. So we needed hats, and our hat designer that we put in an order over a month ago did not come through. And on a Saturday evening, we're all texting in a panic in the forums, and Laurel Oaks Design on Sunday morning answered the call without hesitation, said, we'll do it. And not only did she do a great job in our hats, she got them to us in our timely manner, which was we needed it by Wednesday of that week, so a 3-day turnaround. They were gorgeous. They looked phenomenal. All the coaches got their hats. We were able to play. And the best part is her prices were just beyond reasonable, especially for a last minute stop what you're doing in rush. So a big shout out to Lauren Oaks Designs. She did a phenomenal job. So if you guys need any hats done for Newberry, these hats are on Manager Marlowe's page. There are the royal blue with the white back, and they have like a nice little leather logo that says MP on it. Yeah, gorgeous hats. So thank you very much, much appreciated. And thank you to Manager Marlowe for also jumping in on that. Yeah, and trying to get us connected. So thank you. Sorry, I took more than I wanted to. Madam Attorney?
I have one small thing.
Yes.
I would encourage all of you to take a trip to the Matheson in Gainesville. I know you got to go downtown, but we have our screwworm exhibit there at the museum if you have not been. And not only is it neat that the screwworm exhibit from our own museum is there in their museum, but you can park in Phil's Walker's parking lot. I'm just kidding. It is. But yes,
Say
but
hi first so we know who you are.
yeah, but the coolest thing is that in the adjacent exhibit is an actual bottle of the screwworm, that the screwworm ointment came in as a separate part of the exhibit, and it just so happens that we tied our screwworm exhibit into their existing exhibit. And it's just a really cool history of the last 200 years of Alachua County. It's really cool. They got nature, industry, medicine. It's just done really well. So I encourage y'all, if you can get down there, to go see it.
All right, thank you. That is cool. Anyone else? Manager Marlowe, you can yell and we'll just repeat what you're saying. What was that? Naeem and this board is the best that you've ever seen? Oh, wow, thanks. Guys, you heard that? Like, wow, it's amazing. All right, well, with that being said, if there's no other comments, this meeting is adjourned.
You can make it harder for that.